What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Up Next. Now I'm gonna come back with another video. Hey man, look, shout out to TP Locs, man. Make sure I hit that like button. Make sure I go subscribe to his channel, bro. I had to check and see if I was recording. We didn't record last time, so we back. You know what I'm saying? But first thing first, man. Make sure I go cop. Make sure I go shop, man. The newly restocked Up Next Lifestyle satin line beanies, man. Make sure I go cop it at Up Next Lifestyle on Instagram, at upnextmalyt. I gotta keep it a little low. My baby's sleeping in the background. Y'all know it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I gotta get these videos out. But so we got TP Locs, 5 reasons you shouldn't get Hightop Locs. Man, I got Hightop Locs. Hightop Locs, so let's do it. Let's watch it. You know what I'm saying? But make sure I go shop. Make sure I go cop at Up Next Lifestyle on Instagram or at upnextmalyt on Instagram. Satin line beanies, all right? Reduce friction, fuzz, tension, all that. You know what I'm saying? You going through the dreadlock journey. You going through the locks journey. You got Hightop Locs. All around locks, look, any type of hairstyle, man. Make sure I go copy out a satin line beanie. All right? It's going crazy in the summertime. I don't even know how. Let's hop straight into the video, though.
Me, I don't tend to have that problem as much.
I like my Hightop Locs, by the way. I love my Hightop Locs.
Locks are pretty full. I have about 95 locks, and that's with the high top set, mainly because I do have more voluminous hair. I do have thicker hair. It doesn't really look like I don't have a full set when my hair's down. For some of you guys who don't have as thick of hair, it might look a little different for you.
Hey, and shout out to TP Locs for the hard-ass intro.
Bringing you guys another video. Yes, 5 reasons why you should not get high top dreadlocks. If you're interested in that video, stay tuned. Per usual, you guys, if you have not done so already, please hit that like and that subscribe button right now. If you have
Hey, shout out to TP Locs for the background, just the visual, just the effects, everything that goes into this video, man. Shout out to you, bro. The editing, all that, man. Shout out to you, bro.
And more people who have been ditching their high top locks for a full set. I'm here to provide some context as to why they would be doing that and 5 reasons why you might want to opt out of high top dreadlocks as well. Now, let's start with reason number 1. Your hair will appear much shorter than what it actually is. One of the biggest gripes that I had throughout my journey was that my hair just seemed like it was taking forever to grow. A lot of you guys who are following my channel.
No cap, not me. Bro, no cap, not me, bro.
Guy whose hair did not grow. A huge reason for that was because I have a high top set. And the guy who, you guys who were following my channel in the very beginning, remember, I had the reputation for being the guy whose hair did not grow. A huge reason for that was because I have a high top set. Anytime you have a set of high top locks, you have to understand that you're gonna be compromising the appearance of having long hair. Why? Because you don't have any hair on the sides or at the bottom of your neck, which would ultimately increase the overall appearance and look of length. Where my locks are just now at the point where they can tickle my shoulders at 4 years, if I had a full set of locks, probably would have been able to tickle my shoulder.
Hey, no cap, man. It's 4 years in the satin line beanie, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's at my shoulders now, but yeah.
Sometime around, you know, the 1 year mark, maybe 2 years at max. Even with me starting my hair out as short as I did, it wouldn't have taken that long. One of the biggest reasons why people cut their locks or in their lock journeys is because of the lack of the appearance of growth. When you have a high top set, not only are you dealing with shrinkage depending on your hair texture, you're also dealing with that overall illusion that your hair is growing shorter than a regular set. This is absolutely something you should consider if you're somebody who likes the idea of hair draping all down your back and all down your shoulders. It can take a little bit longer with high top locks, okay? So that is reason number 1. Your hair will appear to be a little bit short. Another group of people that I find who are ending their lock journeys early who have high top locks are people that have less voluminous, thinner hair types. When you are a person that is removing, you know, locks from the side and the back, you have to understand that if you don't have very thick hair or hair that has a lot of volume, your locks can look a little light. They can look a little bit on the lighter side, especially when your hair is hanging down. I know a lot of people love to have that full, voluptuous profile of having their locks seemingly all over the place, just that extra volume, that extra thickness. When you're cutting those sides, that's something that will be compromised. Me, I don't tend to have that problem as much. My locks are pretty full. I have about 95 locks, and that's with the high top set, mainly because I do have more voluminous hair. I do have thicker hair. It doesn't really look like I don't have a full set when my hair is down. For some of you guys who don't have as thick of hair, it might look a little different for you. This is absolutely something that you should keep in mind, because I know a lot of people have put in years for their lock journey, and then they get to a point where their hair is finally able to hang and get that great shape that they want, but they just don't like it when it's down. This is something that's very difficult for you to forecast if you've never had locks before. So I'd say if you're a person that's thinking about locks and you don't want to waste that time and you want your hair to look as voluminous as possible, I would say definitely consider getting that full length of hair. If you're a person that's got thinner locks or you're thinking about doing high tops with thicker locks especially, I would definitely consider doing more of a full set so your head looks like it's got a little bit more coverage and you got that full look that you're looking for. All right, but that is reason number two. Number three, one of the biggest appeals for joining the dreadlock community for a lot of folks is the lack of maintenance. You simply wake up, wash your hair, maybe do a retwist every other month or so.
All right, so what he about to say right here is it's more maintenance for your high top dreads. You get what I'm saying? So like you got to get more haircuts, supposedly. You got to get more retwists, supposedly, just for them to look up to par. If you had a full set of dreads, then you probably wouldn't have to get the sides or the tape as much. You feel me? But that's the whole reason. That's the whole reason we got the satin line beanies, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you throw one, you wake up in the morning, you shake your dreads, you throw a satin line beanie on it, and you go about your day. TP Locs, man. Tap in with me, man. At upnextmalyt. Come grab you one, bro.
So
somebody comment on his page. Come tell him to tap in with me.
And that's pretty much it. While Hightop Locs absolutely will give you some of those same low maintenance benefits, because you have the tapered, cut down, undercut, that's gonna be something that you're gonna consistently have to maintain. This is something that's actually been bothering me lately. I'm not a person that naturally likes to do a lot of grooming with my locks. So oftentimes you will see my hair looking like how it's looking now. It's usually just out, it's not maintained, and I'm typically okay with it.
But I ain't got a cut in like 4 months.
Be a little bit more clean, presentable. Typically I have to line that up, and if I don't line it up, I do feel a little self-conscious, just being honest. One of the dopest things about having a full set of locks is when you have them all over your head, you don't really have to worry about that maintenance as much. You don't have to worry about getting those lineups, and if you do have a lineup, you got much less hair that you need to groom and shape and trim up and all that stuff. Sometimes for me, I've literally just put on hats because I didn't want to show, all my hamburger meat on the sides. I have a lot of hamburger meat. I got some photos, hopefully, that I'm showing you guys right now. But there's a lot. Oftentimes, it's not something that you can just get rid of real quick before the party. I mean, I could shave and do the whole hairline thing, but that takes a long time. Make no mistake, I am not saying that my hair texture alone or the presentation of my hair is the reason why I feel the need to cut it. It's just simply, I think it looks a little wacky. I think it would look a little wacky to come pull up with my locks and then have, my natural hair just sort of doing what it's doing. I would absolutely want that to be cut. So that is reason number 3. You will need to do a lot more maintenance with your Hightop Locs. Reason number 4. Okay, now this is one that I talked about a lot. Quite frankly, it's a risk of any hairstyle that requires you to go and get trims and shape-ups, etc. Reason number 4 is that having Hightop Locs absolutely increases on your probability of having one of those little hairline recession cul-de-sacs, okay? 9 times out of 10, when you've seen people that rock Hightop Locs and they've got tapered hairlines or hairlines on the side, over time what you tend to see is them pushing it further and further and further back. I've come up with theories as to why I believe this is the case, and the main one, the one that sticks the most for me, is that when you're consistently getting those lineups, just like when you're consistently getting lineups when you have, your low natural hair, the more you get those lineups, the more you are consistently pushing your hairline back incrementally.
challenge for...
No, you don't. You ain't got no challenge for me. Shit.
It's like a slope. It's like...
Even if you didn't have locks, if you were to go to the barber every 2 weeks and your barber didn't know specifically to keep your hairline natural, to not push it back, to just, you know, lightly dab the little light hairs that came in, 9 times out of 10, your barber is gonna try to give you the freshest, the most angular box fade that they can possibly give you. If you have a barber that's doing this with locks, you'll notice he increases his chance of accidentally nicking locks that are closer to that hairline, or as I call that Mason-Dixon line. I tell people all the time, when you got locks, especially if you've got a taper hairline, you kind of need to let it wolf a little bit. You kind of need to let that hair grow out. So if you are going to a barber, he has a...
See, I be putting y'all on game, bro. I be putting y'all on game.
Needs to cut, and some of the hair that he needs to keep. If you're going consistently, that line may be a lot more difficult to establish. I know for a lot of us folks who chose a high top set.
See, listen, bro, y'all ain't gotta go to the barbershop every week anymore.
Styles much sooner. We like the ability to be able to clean all this up. If you're a person that's cleaning it up too frequently though, it can absolutely cause some problems. I've got locks that I've had to combine in the front. I've got locks that are thin because I cut them early on in their journey, and now I'm sort of having to figure out whether I'm gonna combine them or let the hair grow to reinforce them. It's a lot, y'all. So please keep in mind, if you do have high top locks, you definitely don't want to go overboard with that maintenance, because it will increase your likelihood of having one of them moonroof extra hairlines. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. All right, that's reason number 4. Now for reason number 5, you guys, this reason doesn't actually have to impact you. This is just something I've been noticing as I've been peeping the hierarchy of locks. When it comes to locks, I would say that there is a pecking order, a social pecking order of who in the lock community gets the most respect. You got your freeformers, people who rock wicks, your full-headed locks, your sister locks, maybe somewhere, maybe a tie, you got your high top locks. After your high top locks, you've got like your faux locks, your lock extension.
I have not experienced this, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody on YouTube, they, you know what I'm saying, they open me with welcome orange, whether I go along with the freeform or whether I go along with anything, you know what I'm saying? They welcome me.
Stuff with their friends, you know what I'm saying? It's like church on Sunday, but then Friday night, you know, I'm getting my swerve on, you know what I'm saying? Second reason why I think high top locks are sort of looked down upon is because in terms of the evolution and the max capacity of your locks, or the full potential, you can see that high top locks are just not the full potential for your head in terms of dreadlocks. You can see that there's a lot more real estate, a lot more space that the locks can cover. One of the most common questions that I get is, hey TP, would you be willing to grow your high top set to a full set? The reason why that question is so important is because people can very clearly see that I could do more. People see my locks, they don't see a completed journey. They see, oh, well, you still got more things that you can do to really complete your journey. In the same way that some people that have freeform locks may look at a person who's got manicured locks and say, wow, that's a great journey, but there's something missing to that commitment. Whether or not you subscribe to that is up to you. I am definitely not telling you that you should subscribe to that, but I am saying that it is a thing. A lot of people who find themselves a year, 2 years into their journey and feel like there's just a natural progression of growing out their size that just needs to happen in order for them to get to their final level evolution of a Pokemon. You remember Pokemon back in the day? You had that level 5 starter Pokemon, then it evolved at level 16, and then it evolved anywhere between level 32 and like 36.
I ain't gonna count with my high top dreads, but I feel like they already like a level 100.
The Charizard would be those people that got like the full sets of locks, really just embracing their glory so that they can fly. Whatever you need to make the metaphor work. That's reason number 5. In terms of that hierarchy, oftentimes we're not placed at the very top. Guys, I know I just gave you 5 reasons why you shouldn't get high top locks, but make no mistake, I love my locks. I love that they're high top. I don't see myself growing out a full set anytime soon. I love the versatility. I love the fact that when I do clean up, I love being able to balance both the lineup and the locks. My hair is so thick and my head is so big. If I had a full set, I just wouldn't even be able to do beanies. Like, I can barely do beanies now.
See, that's the crazy thing, bro. You see, bro, 4 years, man. The satin line beanie got me 4 years. I'm pretty sure your beanie can barely fit, man. Come grab this satin line beanie. Your hair gonna feel better. Alright, so let me go ahead and wrap up this video, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Thank y'all. Make sure that like button. Any questions down below, make sure y'all comment. Catch y'all for us later, bro. Peace.